Hello and welcome, Aquarius, to your September 2023 horoscope. My name is Jeff Smith. I'm your professional astrologer here at Raise Your Vibration TV. Welcome. We are going to go over the energies available to you in September. We're going to talk about how the sun is going to be illuminating certain areas of your life for the month and how it shifts over. We're going to talk about new and full moons. We're going to talk about the retrograde planets, the general energies involved. I don't like to really add so much detail where it bogs you down and almost makes your head blow off. You know what I mean? It's just like, let's keep it simple. Let's get straight to the point. Let's find out what the new moon can bring us, what kind of energy it brings us. Let's see what the full moon's going to illuminate. All of that stuff, all in one simple 10, maybe 11-minute video. Not that long. Don't want to go on for 30, 50 minutes. I mean, I would if there was some extraordinary things happening, and it's not like there isn't. It's just that, you know, when we have the hustle and bustle of our lives, we want to be able to keep things short, concise, and sweet. You know, I don't want to sit there for an hour and hear somebody rattle on about astrology. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do it in 10 and 11 minutes. All right, Aquarius, thank you for being here, but also check out your tarot reading for the month also. I do both. I used to do them together. Now I separated them because my love is really astrology. I love doing tarot readings. I do tarot readings every day at my shop. It's not like I don't love doing them. It's just that a lot of people don't really know what astrology is about. So, you know, Aquariuses are very interested in astrology. Most very powerful astrologers are Aquariuses. And I could add also that a lot of powerful astrologers are also Leos. I just know that by experience. I'm a Leo, so can't you tell? But yeah, so I'm sharing my astrological knowledge with you because I use this in my daily life. You know, I'm checking this stuff daily. It's not just something I'm making for YouTube and then, you know, I'm door dashing. You know what I mean? Nope, this is my life, folks. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to be your guide to this thing called life for you. So let's begin, Aquarius, shall we? Let's take a look at your chart. All right, so first of all, what I want to focus on is, do you see all these planets on one half of the chart and then all these planets on the other half? And there's two empty houses in between them. That's your classic seesaw pattern. We call these patterns. Certain planetary placements form a pattern. And what this is there's a need for balance here in your chart. And I'm going to show you a few areas on what are going to be highlighted. You can see, first of all these little R's, that's the retrograde symbol. So we've got some heavy hitters, all retrograde. It's a time for review in your personal life, all right? Your second house of finances is going to be a big issue for you at the beginning of the month. I hope everything is okay. Remember, abundance is an energy flow, and you either attract it or repel it based on how you look at it. So let's not invest in things that are not going to pay off. All right. We can do that body, mind, and spirit for the month also. But what also is going to be happening here is getting your credit taken care of, taking a practical ground to, feet on the ground approach, saving some money if you can, but also there's going to be working on your self-esteem and building your self-confidence up. And a lot of it has to do this month with communication. So right out of the bat, we're going to be talking about that, and how you have to initiate conversations and you can't wait for other people to do it or, or get lazy about it. It's time to speak your truth to the universe, to people, to whatever you've got to speak your truth to. Okay. Relationships looks like they might move forward. Venus has been retrograde in your seventh house since the beginning of the summer. Basically, I think it was like around July. Maybe it was even June, I believe. God, I can't even remember that far. But nevertheless, the planet of love is now moving forward in your house of relationships. So if relationships have been almost unsettling for you as the month progresses, this is going to loosen up too, which is going to probably be the focus on communicating. You know what I mean? Remember, you always got to get some perspective. So there's going to be a focus mainly on finances, healing, moving forward, Mercury is going to be going direct also. So these two planets that have been hanging you up are actually going to be moving forward. So you're going to be able to speak your truth and possibly do it in a loving way. Feet on the ground approach. Show your passion, whether it's through your work or through you or whatnot, or through your partner, but this could also be relationships moving forward, speaking your truth, and also the opportunity to maybe work from home, any kind of investments at home. But also the relationships are now, it's a go, okay? So let's take a look at the calendar view. I write this out every month. I'll explain it to you. I like to write the moon passing through the signs because the moon moves very fast through the month. It goes through a sign maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on where it sits in the calendar. And this shows our moods because the moon rules our moods. And when the moon moves through different signs, it takes on different characteristics of those signs. So it could be an Aries kind of day, or it could be a Gemini kind of day. It's going to be an Aquarius kind of day on the 24th. We'll get to that later. But your ruler, Uranus, is going to be making some pretty significant aspects too, which is adding to the story about the whole relationship thing. Let's take a look really quick. Let's just take a quick look at where Uranus is sitting in your chart, and it's in your 4th house. So you could also have some home issues to deal with. That may be where you need to speak your truth, feeling secure at home. Maybe some of you are thinking about moving, picking up and moving. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and relocate, whatever, feel it out. All right. So I also put in the new and the full moons. As you can see, it's on the 14th and the 29th. We'll talk about that. So let's talk about Venus going direct in your 7th house. Relationships start to move forward, okay? But Jupiter, the planet of opportunities and expansion, goes retrograde. So it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. But don't worry about it, okay? Worry about your... No, I don't even want you to worry about your finances. I want you to be practical with your finances. Don't invest in something you don't need. That's the message I'm getting here with that, okay? So the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th look really good for a good weekend. We got the sun making a harmonious aspect to retrograde Jupiter, but it's still a good feel. We've got the moon sextiling your ruler, so let the universe guide you this weekend, Then the moon moves into fun-loving Leo. That's a good time. And then the moon conjoins in your 7th house and on the 11th, 7 and 11. Monday looks great, And then Tuesday, it's right back to, oh, shit, not feeling good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe partying a little too hard on this weekend. Jupiter can make you go overboard. Just don't go overboard this weekend and you'll be fine because the energy sets up for the new moon on the 14th. There's some good things going on the 14th and the 15th. The new moon is happening on the 14th in the sign of Virgo, 21 degrees. Check your chart if you know your chart and check to see if any placements are there or if it's hitting anything at that degree mark. And it's happening at 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Virgo is all about sticking to the details, making lists, getting things done, being practical about things. Kind of being anal retentive, but I would focus more on the negative traits on the full moon, but it's not happening, Virgo, on a full moon. The new moon is happening. So this is an excellent time to plant the seeds of your desire. Start affirming to yourself, I am a neat and orderly person. I am so grateful I tackle everything on my list. I am so grateful that I am focused to straighten up my home, to redecorate my home. There's going to be a focus on that. You know what I mean? So with this new moon, it's happening in your 8th house. So again, it's being practical about your finances, being practical about what do I need to do next? Energy healing might be a priority at that time. Maybe you're going to treat yourself to some. I know a wizard at that. Contact me in the comments if you want to know. Oh, the moon just went void, of course. But you know what? We already started this reading, so I won't worry about it. Anyway, the next day, Mercury goes direct. Communication lines open. and we're gearing up towards Libra season. However, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th look kind of volatile. You might see some world news stage going on at this time. Pay attention to that week. That's going to be, because we're now that Mercury is retrograde, everyone's like, all right, it's go time. And it's not really go time. There's still a lot of planets retrograde, and you need to take stock. If I were to give you some advice this month, Aquarius, it is to start saying gratitude affirmations. I'm so grateful for my life. I am so grateful for the job that I have. I am so grateful for the money that I earn. On and on and on. I'm so grateful for the relationship I have. If you don't have one, act like you already got one. You know what I mean? So then the sun moves in on the 23rd into Libra. So now we're moving out of earth energy into a familiar energy of yours, air energy. So speaking your truth, getting ideas done, things start to focus on balance at the end of the month for you in September. Okay, and then that's a good weekend for Aquariuses, the 23rd and the 24th, because we're moving out of this stuck earth energy and kind of starting to dream again, starting to communicate. Mercury trining Jupiter, good time to communicate. Then we have the full moon on the 29th, which is occurring in 6 degrees Aries. Aries is go time. It is go time. That's when you start to release. Full moons shine things on your life. This is happening in your 3rd house. This is when you say to the universe, I let this go. However, Aquarius, Venus, the planet of love, is square Uranus. So be careful on how you say things. Don't get offended. Tame your ego down, because Aries doesn't think. Aries just does it and then thinks afterwards. You don't want to go there. You want to be, again, it's all about perspective. We're going to talk about Pluto next month for you. But gain some perspective at this time. Release the things that make you antsy, that trigger you, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It might be better on Saturday, on the 30th, to go ahead and speak your truth, but not on the full moon. I said earlier in another horoscope, I said, hospitals are going to be full on that day because Aries is accident prone. So be careful with your driving. Be careful, be careful about what you wish for. Be grateful for what you have in your life, and then things will unfold for you as the month progresses, because October is going to be great for all fixed signs. I'm going to give you a little precursor. It looks like things are going to shift again for us. So that's good, because I'm a fixed sign also. Aquarius, don't forget to watch your tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope this is a great month for you. October is going to be even better. So start planning now. All right. Tackle things one at a time. Make a list. Reward yourself for doing it. And you'll be so much freer towards the end of the full moon, at the end of the month for the full moon. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much. And as always, I am so glad you were here, and I will see you in October.